When you think of JDM legends, names like Supra, RX-7, and Skyline pop up instantly. But what if I told you one of the cheapest, most reliable, and most versatile tuner cars of the 90s and 2000s is none other than the Honda Civic? From stance builds to turbo monsters, and even drift machines, this humble compact has earned its crown in car culture. Today, we're diving deep into how you can turn a 90s or early 2000s Civic into the perfect drift and modified build. 1. Background and legacy. The Honda Civic has been around since the 1970s, but it was the 5th, 6th, and 7th generations from the 1990s to early 2000s that changed everything. These models were affordable, easy to find, and came with Honda's legendary reliability. More importantly, they opened the doors to a massive aftermarket scene that is still alive today. That means endless possibilities: stance builds, track cars, drag races, or even a drift setup. 2. Why the Civic is perfect for modding. The Civic is cheap to buy and cheap to maintain, which makes it the perfect platform for modifications. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned builder, the Civic welcomes every style. Parts are everywhere, engine swaps are common, and the JDM community has decades of knowledge to share. 3. The stance build. Let's start with stance culture. Lowering a Civic with coilovers or air suspension instantly transforms its look. Add in a wide body kit, deep dish wheels, an aggressive camber, and you've got a Civic that stands out at every car meet. The clean body lines of the 90s Civic, especially the EK and EG hatchbacks, make it one of the best platforms for stance builds. Slam it low, stretch those tires, and you've got yourself a head turner. 4. The turbo build. But stance isn't enough for some. This is where turbocharging comes in. Stock Civics may not scream horsepower, but once you slap on a turbo kit, the game changes. A simple turbo setup on a B16 or B18 engine can push well over 250 to 300 horsepower. And if you're serious, you can build a Civic that runs with the big boys on the track or the drag strip. That's the beauty of the Civic, it can go from daily driver to street monster with the right upgrades. 5. The JDM style. Civics of this era are also the heart of JDM styling. Think about the classic spoon mirrors, Type R lips, carbon hoods, and iconic JDM wheels like TE37s or Rigamasters. Add authentic decals, racing seats, and a roll cage, and you're not just building a car, you're paying tribute to an entire culture that started in the streets of Japan and spread worldwide. 6. Drift potential of the Civic. Now here's where things get interesting. Drifting a Civic. At first glance, it sounds impossible. Most Civics are front-wheel drive, and we all know drifting requires rear-wheel drive. But hardcore builders have done RWD or AWD conversions, making the Civic a surprise drift weapon. Whether through a CRV drivetrain swap or custom fabrication, enthusiasts have proven that even the humble Civic can go sideways. And even without a full conversion, forward Civics still dominate forward drift competitions, using handbrake techniques and insane control. 7. Popular engine swaps. One of the Civic's biggest strengths is how easy it is to swap engines. Some popular choices include B16, B18 engines, classic Honda VTEC screamers. K20, K24 engines, modern, high revving, and tunable. Even H22 or Turbo D series swaps for budget power. These swaps make the Civic a beast, whether you want drift, drag, or track performance. 8. Community and culture. Beyond the build itself, the Civic comes with something money can't buy: a worldwide community. From Japan's mountain passes to America's car meets, Civics have been the first tuner car for millions of enthusiasts. That means no matter what style you choose, stance, turbo, JDM, or drift, you'll find people who share the same passion and knowledge to guide your build. 9. The downside: keeping it real. Of course, no car is perfect. Civics are often criticized for being overdone or for being labeled as racer cars when modified poorly. Reliability can also take a hit if you push too much boost on stock internals. But at the end of the day, these challenges are part of the journey of turning a Civic into something unique. Conclusion. So, whether you want to build a slammed stance show car, a turbocharged street racer, a JDM-styled icon, or even experiment with drift conversions, the Honda Civic of the 90s and early 2000s is one of the best, most affordable, and most customizable platforms in car culture. It proves that you don't need to start with a Skyline or a Supra to create something legendary. You just need creativity, passion, and of course, a Civic.